Good day, grade 9 students. So our lesson for today is all about zero exponent. So what are the concepts behind zero exponent? If you have an exponent of 0, what is the value of your expression? So those are the things that you will know in this lesson as we discuss this zero exponent. Okay, let's start. So what do we have here? We have zero exponent property. So ano sinasabi ng zero exponent property? If you have a base A raised to 0, it is always equal to 1. So itong A na to, kahit anong variable, kahit anong number, so any expression itong base A mo, kapag nagka-exponent na 0, it is always equal to 1. Meron lang siyang exception na A should not equal to 0. Bawal lang maging 0 to. 0 raised to 0 is not equal to 1. It's indeterminate. We cannot determine the value. Okay, so how do we prove that A raised to 0 is really equal to 1? So, i-prove natin yan. So, we have A squared over A squared is equal to 1. So, this is true because if you divide an expression by itself, it is equal to 1. So, A squared divided by A squared, it is always equal to 1. Pag magkamukha yung numerator at denominator, equals yan sa 1. So, ngayon, gamitan natin ng ibang property or rules. So, we have here quotient rule. Bakit quotient rule ang gagamitin natin? Kasi, ano to, quotient to, a squared over a squared. So, ano ba sinasabi sa quotient rule? If we have the numerator a squared over the denominator a squared, again, we subtract the exponents. Ima-minus natin ito. So, a raised to 2 minus 2. And what is 2 minus 2? It is equal to 0. So, it becomes a raised to 0. Pero nag-start tayo dito bago natin sinimplify ito using the quotient rule. Ano ba ang value niya, yung a squared over a squared? It is equal to 1. So, ibig sabihin, yung a raised to 0 equal din sa 1 by transitive property. Okay? So, ito na po siya. Or pwede ring substitution. Okay? So, we substituted the value of a squared over a squared, which is 1. Okay? Next, proof. So, ito, number naman ang ginamit. So, 27 over 27. So, magkamukha yung numerator at denominator. It is equal to 1. Okay, ngayon, ipoprove natin using quotient rule again. So, gawin natin tong exponential form. Yung 27 magiging 3 cubed. 3 times 3 times 3. It's 27. And then, same thing with the denominator, 3 cubed. Then, we will subtract the exponents 3 minus 3. So, it becomes 3 raised to 3 minus 3. So, it is equal to 3 raised to 0. What is the value of 3 raised to 0? It is equal to 1 because we started here. So, it is equal to 1. So, any letter, any number, any expression raised to 0 is equal to 1. Mapa-number man yan, mapa-variable, kahit napakaraming expression, basta erase siya sa 0, naka-parenthesis, 1 pa rin yun. Ibig sabihin, buong expression na yon raised to 0, 1 lahat yon. Okay? So, example tayo. So, here is an example, or examples rather. We have here, I think, 6. So, 6 raised to 0. This is all equivalent or equals to 1. So, equals 1. 6 raised to 0 is equal to 1. If you are asked to get the value of 6 raised to 0, it is equal to 1. What about negative 6 raised to 0? Is it also equal to 1? So, it's not equal to 1 because the only base here is 6. Negative is not included because it doesn't have parentheses. Kung walang parentheses, ito lang yung base ng 0. So, ito lang yung 1. So, magiging negative 1. Negative, then this is 1. This is negative 1. But, if this is the case, negative 6 with parentheses raised to 0, meaning to say the whole negative 6. Negative is included as the base of your exponent 0. So, this is equal to 1. So, take note with the parentheses and without parentheses. Kasi, yung without parentheses, hindi kasama yung mga negative. Tapos, kahit ano pang mga expression dyan na hindi naka-parentheses, hindi yun kasama sa base ng 0. Okay? Ng exponent 0. Okay, this one, 9x raised to 0. Okay, so 9x raised to 0, this is equal to 1. Why? Because your 9x here is the whole base of your exponent 0. Okay, so it is equivalent to 1. If you have this one without parentheses, 9x raised to 0. So your base of your exponent 0 is just x. Your 9 here is not included. So this is 9 times 1. So this is 1. So it becomes 9 times 1. It is equal to 9. So look at the difference between with parentheses and without parentheses. So magkaiba po yung meron at wala. So yung wala, ito lang yung 1. Hindi kasama yung mga katabi nilang number, expression, and so on. Okay. So this one, we have 3 times the quantity 9xy squared raised to 0. So ano lang yung base ng 0 dito? Ito lang yung nasa loob ng parenthesis. Ito lang yung gagawin yung value ay 1. Hindi kasali yung 3. Kasi yun lang nasa loob ng parenthesis. So magiging ganito yan. 3 times 1. So this whole expression, except 3, ayan, 1 yon. So 3 times 1 yan. So what's the value of 3 times 1? It's 3. So, dyan lang magkakaroon ng kalituhan pag may mga parenthesis na. So, take note, yung may parenthesis, yun lang yung gagawin yung value ay 1. Yung mga walang parenthesis, wag nyong isasama yung uh, number. For example, this one. Wag nyong isasama yung 9. Ito lang yung 1. Kasi wala namang parenthesis. So, ingat kayo doon sa may parenthesis at walang parenthesis. Okay, so this is our lesson for today, zero exponent property. Again, any expression raised to 0 is equal to 1, except a should not be equal to 0. Except 0 siya. Okay, so I hope you understand this lesson. Goodbye, class.